Voters and Congress is trying to wrap up work on several key issues before its holiday recess. In today's Keller at Large, WBZ's political analyst John Keller sits down with U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren.
Good morning. It may seem like a long time ago, but believe it or not, it's only been 13 months since Harvard Law professor Elizabeth Warren defeated Scott Brown to become our United States Senator, quickly becoming our senior senator after the resignation of John Kerry. Senator Warren joins us this morning for an update on how things are going. Senator, welcome.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Good to see you back to the scene of the crime, as it were.
As they say.
Welcome back. I understand from doing my homework that you get very miffed when reporters pester you about a possible run for president. Now, I can't ever recall seeing you get miffed at me, and I don't want to miss out on the fun. So let me ask you. The gold standard of political statements on running for elective office is the famous statement, I'm sure you know, of Civil War General William Tecumseh Sherman, who said, quote, "I never have been and never will be a candidate for president. If nominated, I should peremptorily decline. If unanimously elected, I should decline to serve," end quote. Is that your position?
My position is I am not running for president. I am working my tail off to be the best possible senator I can be for the people of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I'm out there doing everything, I hope, that they elected me to do. I'm fighting for the issues I really care about. We should be talking about minimum wage. We should be talking about what's happening to America's middle class. We should be talking about student loan debt. We should be talking about accountability for the big financial institutions. That's what I'm going to keep doing.
You don't seem angry with me. I'm kind of disappointed.
I'm not angry. I'm focused on the issues. This isn't about politics. No, but I mean this, John.
Yeah.
It's not about politics. It's not about me. It's about the urgency of the changes we need to make.
Well, you have said that this buzz around you does help enhance your clout somewhat. Can you give us an example of how you've used that clout and your stature generally to specifically benefit Massachusetts?
Well, actually, I can tell you about something good that happened in Massachusetts, for Massachusetts, just last week. As you know, a lot of the towns around the Commonwealth, around the country, have faced a lot of cutbacks, and it really has hurt. And there's something called SAFER grants that are available for our firefighters, and New Bedford had put in for one of those SAFER grants, and I really went to the mat. Senator Markey really went to the mat, our congressional delegation, to try to help them get some support from the federal government. And just before Thanksgiving, I got the call that the New Bedford firefighters were going to get $12 million. That means firefighters who won't be laid off. It means better equipment, which keeps them safer and keeps the people of New Bedford safer. It's one of those examples of one of the best parts of what it's like to be able to work in the Senate. Every now and again, you can see a very real difference from the things you're out there fighting for.
You were asked a lot during the campaign about forming relationships across party lines, which is crucial to getting stuff done down there. Give me your best example of a relationship you formed that's, again, benefited us across party lines.
John McCain. Golly, what a guy to fight alongside. One of the things I said I would do is I would go to Washington to fight for more accountability for the big financial institutions. And John McCain and I have co-sponsored, along with Angus King, an independent, so we got three ways here, in Maine, and Maria Cantwell from Washington State. We have co-sponsored a 21st Century Glass-Steagall Act that would separate banking so that we go back to boring banking for checking accounts and savings accounts and insured deposits, and say that if you want to do the kind of crazy, invest in Wall Street hedge fund, take on the risks, you got to do it in a separate financial institution that won't put our banks and our banking system at risk. And I got to tell you, John McCain is a good guy to fight alongside. He has been terrific on this. And I'll give you some outcome on it. We haven't gotten it passed. We haven't even gotten it to the floor. But I think part of what we're doing is we are changing that debate. We're turning up the fire again. under accountability for the biggest financial institutions.
So I want to get back into some politics for a minute here, Senator. It emerged earlier this fall that you were one of 16 female senators who signed a letter urging former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton to run for president. I haven't really heard you talk about that. Why did you sign that letter?
Because she's terrific.
And she needed urging to run, or do you think is she running?
It never hurts. I think she is terrific. It's one of the key things right now that we need to be talking about is how we're going to build a future. And I think that all of this, we talk about presidential politics. It's much more fun, I realize, to talk about the political part of it. But we've really got to focus on the issues part of this. What is the vision for building a future? What's it look like going forward? And I think we really are in the United States Senate right now at a crossroads. And the Republicans have made their vision clear. You leave lots of wealth at the top. You don't sew up what I would call the tax loopholes. And you kind of leave things pretty much as they are. It's not like they have a lot of plans for change. And that the Democrats are saying no. What we do is we make some strategic cuts, big agriculture, for example. We're going to have to make some cuts in the military. But we make investments in our future. That if we're going to have a future, we've got to make those investments in education, in infrastructure, in research, NIH budgets, in SF budget. That's how we build a future. And those two different visions are being played out in a ferocious battle right now in Washington. Principally, you see it right now on the budget. But it really is reflected in virtually everything that comes up right now.
Senator, thanks for coming by.
Good to be here.
The welcome mat is always out. We'll look forward to talking with you again soon, getting an update from you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Have a good holiday.